Wheelchair Jimmy and I'm rolling through Rio de Janeiro. Today we stopped at Sugarloaf Mountain for our first stop. I've been on many cable car rides throughout the world. Nothing compares to Sugarloaf. It's the largest, most wheelchair accessible, most scenic cable car ride in the world. And if you get to Rio, it is a must visit. And trust me, you don't need to spend the money on a tour guide to get here. Just grab a taxi, come and enjoy. Many cable car operators provide access for wheelchair users, but virtually all require you to transfer from your own wheelchair to a specially designed chair, at least during the ride up and down the mountain. Not at Sugarloaf. Although the cable car attraction has been operated for over 100 years, these new cable cars are huge, holding approximately 65 people each, and they are specially designed to accommodate almost all wheelchairs and are considered among the safest in the world. You can easily roll right into and out of the cable car, and for wheelchairs, they provide a solid folding removable ramp at the door opening. So let's back up a bit. Parking here at Sugarloaf is extremely limited, and unless you have a parking permit issued by the city of Rio, I suggest you get a taxi, as the accessible buses in Rio, they just don't work. Now when you get here, there are no steps up to the ticket window. The cost is about US $22, and there are really no restrictive steps you have to deal with. Although there are many, many steps for able-bodied folks and hikers, hey, it's a mountain. They have installed 3 or 4 small hydraulic lifts for easy access to the cable car loading stations. Look, I normally hate those dreaded small hydraulic lifts, but these lifts are all modern and operated by full-time attendants who made the journey up the mountain fun and enjoyable. A real memory. The cable car is fast, about 3 minutes, and makes an initial stop at Urca Hill, a large viewing area where there's a restaurant, bar, multiple retail stores, souvenir shops, and many areas for pictures with spectacular scenery. You can view all of Rio and its many beautiful beaches. This is where you should plan to spend most of your viewing time. You can easily spend a couple hours here or even plan a picnic. Eventually, you'll get back onto the cable car for another 3 minutes and make a second, generally much shorter stop atop Sugarloaf Mountain, which offers additional viewing areas. As a side note, while the world-famous Christ the Redeemer statue atop Corcovado Mountain is not wheelchair accessible, you can at least witness it here in the distance, along with many other places in Rio. There is a large wheelchair-accessible restroom located after the ticket booth and at the initial mid-mountain Urca Hill stop. On the WJAR index, the Sugarloaf Mountain cable car attraction, it gets a 4. Hooray for the dreaded small hydraulic lift. They got me up the mountain. It's wheelchair accessible, it's friendly, professionally operated and maintained, and they did it well. If you don't visit any place else in Rio, make sure you get to Sugarloaf Mountain. It is spectacular. Roll on, travelers!